Sometime around like 2021 to 2022, I stopped hyping because I had like a lot of my friends and family members telling me like, based on religious beliefs, oh, don't do that, don't do that. And it got to me and I stopped. But I beg, if they listen to this podcast, leave them, because the money where you go make for what they do, you go use pay off rate. I do many things. Fraud? No, I don't do fraud. I defraud.
Defraud.
Yeah. So like it's like a Robin Hood thing, steal from the rich and give to the poor.
Okay.
Please, I'm joking. This might be a shock to plenty people because of the kind of person I am, but I'm a very shy person when it comes to hyping. Very, very shy person. But one thing about me is, back when I used to rap, my mom always tell me, once you pick the mic, you become a completely different person. Oh, when I thought about it, I now asked my guy Bright, I'm like, bro, if I would take this up as career, I'll need a name now. Like, what do you think? Because like, she been a major tell you, say, me take him up. Pick name with there along that route. And he was like, how does Sergent sound? Eddie is one of the biggest blessings that's come into my life. And funny enough, I didn't know when I met him the first time. I didn't understand why people had so much respect for him.
Where do you see yourself in like 6 years from now?
Guy,
yourself
O2 Arena, I'm coming.
Do you think Hypemen will shut down arenas?
Bro, I may not have to shut down the arena as my show. I can open for an artist. But still, it's not wrong to dream that big. Serge D Vibe in O2 Arena. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Side plus 3.
You did something. Sergent.
I own the show now.
Sergent. Do you know that you just caused a problem?
What?
You fell the mic down.
Oh, for real?
Yes, for real.
I thought I am the mic. Like, I'm the one that is like the actual speaker. Sorry, man.
Welcome back to another episode of Industry Pattern Podcast. Oh, shit.
Podcast. Podcast.
Oh, yeah, wait. Welcome back to another episode of Industry Patterns Podcast. And welcome back to another episode of the Pattern One-on-One. With me on the show today, I have this friend of mine who is also an hype man. There are many things I have to say about this person, but before I get to introduce this person, you guys make sure you do well to subscribe to this channel, hit that subscribe button, also turn on post notifications such that when I drop a new video, you guys are going to get notified. With me in the studio today, I have Sergent. Sergent, how are you doing today?
I'm good. Feels good to be here.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought you were going to be crazy.
I don't know why people think I'm crazy. Like, anyways, guys, I'm popularly called Serge D Vibe, but for the purpose of this
exactly
show,
what I'm telling you.
Sergent. But yeah, Serge D Vibe.
So I asked you how you're doing today. Have you answered?
I'm good. I just came back from a terrible health run because Oble was too much.
Health run.
So from Oble to Coldplay, being in the hospital, but I'm fine right now, thank God.
So Sergent, I know you personally to an extent, but for people that are just watching you for the first time, who is Sergent outside hyping?
Who is Sergent outside hyping? So we need to get this straight. There's Sergent and there's Serge D Vibe.
Okay, so who is Serge D Vibe?
So Serge D Vibe is the hype man. Sergent is the person.
Okay.
Right. So if I'm not hyping, I'm Sergent. When I'm hyping, I'm Serge D Vibe.
So who is Sergent?
Sergent is me. What is I supposed to say? What do? I do many things.
Fraud?
No, I don't do fraud. I defraud.
Defraud. You defraud.
Yeah. Okay. So like it's like a Robin Hood thing, steal from the rich and give to the poor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Please, I'm joking. I invest a lot. I do a lot of like financial back-end work. I read books. I do stocks. I trade. Like
so
a little
who
bit.
Is Serge D Vibe?
The person on the show. Okay. I am Serge D Vibe.
So how has hyping been for you?
Has it been?
Yeah.
In what terms? Like
in shows, like
the
what do you have to say? What do you have to tell people about
I always tell people that personally for me, I don't hype for money, I don't hype for fame, I hype for experience. Because when you create like an experience, people always want to experience that.
Have you ever sent a voice note to a girl hyping her before?
Yeah, I do that to my friends. You're asking me that and reducing your voice like, bro, I'm Serge D Vibe. Like,
okay, so that's your punchline. That's what you use for the girls.
Not really. I don't use it every time. Like, probably if my friend tells me snap that they are looking fine.
Hey, babe.
Do I have a babe? Yeah, I have a babe.
You have a babe.
Believe me at your own risk, but also think I'm lying at your
How
own risk.
long now?
How long have we been together?
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. My babe has already answered that.
Oh, wow. So you don't want to tell them?
Nah, nobody knows my babe. You get why?
Have you been heartbroken?
Yeah, my first heartbreak actually, my first official heartbreak as an adult was actually my 100 level in Abuad. But let's not talk about that. But yeah, I have.
Okay. So let's get serious now. When do you think you start? Like, what made you to really start hyping?
Should I answer this question like very genuinely and give the story, or should I just give a quick answer?
Story. Tell us everything.
Okay, so basically, like growing up, I used to do music.
Oh, really?
I know how to rap very well. I used to rap
So
back
have you
then.
recorded any?
Yeah, I have a couple of songs that were never released.
Why?
I don't know. You know, sometimes it's very, when you're growing up under that kind of a certain kind of atmosphere where people are. I don't want to say I've always been like a center of attraction, but for some reason, people have always had something to say about what I'm doing. So sometimes at some point, it got very discouraging. So I had songs that I never really released to the general public, but everybody that listens to it is like, bro, you're good, you know. So I used to rap when I was younger. And then one day, my secondary school friends and I, shout out to the Dystopian crew, we started like this organization called Dystopian Society, where we basically plan parties for like young youth, so people like transitioning from secondary school to university. And then normally, like me as a person, I'm somebody that has a lot of vibes. That's why they call me Serge D Vibe. So I could just be with my family, and let me just say this as a side note, this is also like a secret talent I have. I know how to DJ. So back then, like my family will have events and I'll be DJing, and then I'll just vibing with the crowd. So when we did Dystopia Part 1, the week before Dystopia Part 1, we had like a party. And I had one of my guys, his name is Bright back then. I think I was about 15 or 16 then. And I went for this party, and there's this guy there, his name is Major. And he was basically like a crowd controller. And I liked the guy's energy. So I went to vibe with him. So he told me, he's like, bro, like your energy is crazy. Like, have you considered taking this thing up as a career? Then I was 16, I'm like, nah, bro, because there's other things I wanted to do in my life. But when I thought about it, I now asked my guy Bright, I'm like, bro, if I would take this thing up as a career, I'll need a name now. Like, what do you think? He was like, she been a major tell you, say, may you take him up. Pick name with there along that route. And he was like, how does Sergeant sound? I was like, bro, that actually sounds really nice. So the next weekend, Dystopia comes, and some of the hype men that were supposed to pull up for the party, all of a sudden they bailed out. So my guys came to me and they were like, guy, you know how to control crowd. Pick mic, do something. And I picked the mic. And if I'm being honest, that's actually one of the best hype sessions I've had my whole years of hyping.
Like how many years ago?
That was like 2020, before COVID hit.
That's me. You can say you've been hyping for like 5 years now.
Yeah, for about 5. So no, I can't really count it as exactly 5 years, because sometime around like 2021 and 2022, I stopped hyping because I had like a lot of my friends and family members telling me, like, based on religious beliefs, oh, don't do that, don't do that. And it got to me and I stopped. But I beg, if they listen to this podcast, leave them, oh, because the money where you go make for what they do, you go use pay off rate.
Word.
Do the right thing, oh. Don't go do bad thing, go use and pay off rate.
So, Sergeant, what's something you're still working on in your career?
As a hype man.
As a hype man.
So this like,
So you said as a hype man, as what other things?
are the other things I do. I'm not just a hype man.
PG.
Hype is just my major stuff. I also own a clothing brand called Zeal of God. That's what I'm wearing right now. You know.
So you came to my show to promote it.
No, but like you guys put yourself out there every time now, you know. So I own a clothing brand. Like I said, I invest in stocks. So I'm also working on improving my financial knowledge. You know, so those are some. I own other businesses too, like a little logistics business within Lagos, and also that's what I'm asking. Like, is it in terms of hyping? What am I doing to improve myself?
So hyping, let's get to hyping.
This might be a shock to plenty people because of the kind of person I am, but I'm a very shy person when it comes to hyping. Very, very shy person. But one thing about me is, back when I used to rap, my mom always tell me, once you pick the mic, you become a completely different person. So that's why most people don't realize that I'm shy, because once I'm on the mic and I've said like 1 or 2 things, that's it. But you see those moments before I hold that mic, bro, it's like a mental tragedy going on in my
I
head.
think you guys are underrated.
Hypeman, very,
Why?
very, and I really pray that this video, blows up and probably even comes to light many years from now. A lot of people don't understand that our job is actually like the most crucial part of any event, along with the DJ, right? Because you have artists coming to perform, and a lot of the times, like you as an artist now, imagine coming for a show and the people you are coming to perform for, their energy is dull. It demotivates you as the artist. So that's where we hype men come in. Our job is to basically make you turn up
The show.
whether there's an artist or not. I've been for events where like there's no artist, it's just a lineup of hype men and DJs. So, and people don't appreciate us. Like, we're not as big as we should be, But that's why I'm in the game right now.
So tell me some of the artists you've worked with.
I can't really say I've worked with, like, being in a studio and said, oh, let's produce this. But if I'm talking about like artists and celebrities I've met, very recently in December, I had the opportunity of being in the same atmosphere with DJ Tunez, Ogbafia, and shout out to Diamante, Big D, for putting me on that. I also met AQT, I've met DJ Obi, I've met Blaqbonez, Odumodublvck, I've met Jeriq, I've met SoftMadeIt. In fact, Soft and I actually, like, to an extent, started connecting this December because we met at a show, Soca's, and apparently his cousin is another hype man that's my guy.
Oh, wow.
So I've met a lot of people, actors, actresses. I can't really list all of them, but I look forward to actually working with them, and then Mavo too, because obviously it was numbered.
Okay. Tell me about Prof Eddie Babalola.
Biggest doc, I will send you this video to watch. See,
Because I saw some clips.
no, see, let me be honest. Eddie is one of the biggest blessings that's come into my life. And funny enough, I didn't know when I met him the first time. I didn't understand why people had so much respect for him. Because I'm like, Eddie Babalola, like, then I was just coming to Abuad, I didn't know who he was. But when I met him, bro, see, if there's anything higher than Nepo baby, that's what it is.
Okay.
Bro, let me tell you a funny story. I was with Prof like some days ago, and we're talking about like some cars. And I was telling him, like, Doc, like, you have a lot of crazy cars. Why don't you flaunt them? Do you know what this man said to me? He was like, because it's my normal life.
Wow.
Bro, I'm telling you, like, this guy has rare piece cars. The same way he has rare pieces of shoes. But anyways, shout out to Big Dog. He also gave me some money in December for Oble.
Giveaway or Oble?
Yeah, and one thing about me, if you do give away for me, I'll do give away for others.
Okay. Describe Eddie Babalola in 3 words.
Wealthy, pa.
Okay.
Wealth. He's fresh. Like, he dresses casually, but his clothes in clothes he pays some people school fees. So he's fresh and he's cool, sha. Like, he's a very cool guy.
Wealthy, fresh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay. How did you meet him?
I met him in Abuad through Coach Jaffet. Shout out Coach Jaffet, aka Coach Juice. When we came, we started playing basketball, and obviously my level at that time, we were like the next big thing in Abuad. So he's the director of sports for Abuad, like administrative level.
Okay.
And then he came to watch one of our games, and he promised us that if we won, he was going to give all of us on the team money. Goes back to the wealth. And then the best player in that game got gifted a shoe. Then we started talking. Then eventually I got into politics in Abuad, became sports director. And then we became like closer because now we have to work together and all of that. So,
But tell me about politics.
what do you want to know about politics? It's a risky game.
You're in politics, right?
Yeah, I'm in politics, but I don't really call myself a politician.
Oh, why? What do you think about politicians?
Politicians were
We are
risky.
You are already a politician.
I don't call myself a politician, but I'm in politics. So by reason of definition,
Okay.
But we're very risky people.
Okay.
But we can also be very good.
Very good.
But at the same time, one of my political icons, especially in Abuad, I won't mention her name, but she's a girl in my college. If you know, you know. She was the former vice president of the SRC. She told me something. She's like, if you're doing politics, there's no friend or enemy. There's no friend or enemy. You either have allies or enemies, stuff like that, sir.
So what made you to really start politics?
I've always been into politics. My primary school, I was social prefect and timekeeper. And then when I changed school in Nigeria, my secondary school, I was always class captain till I got SS2 and I became head boy. Graduated as the best head boy actually that secondary school has produced.
Graduated as head boy.
Yeah, very solid results too. Then I came to university and I was like, okay, I'm going to shy away from anything being in power. And some way, somehow, God had other plans, you know. Man proposes, God opposes. I don't know why people say God disposes, so God knows the true way plan.
Okay.
So I got into, some people were saying, no, I should run for my college, but to me, I felt like running for that was too small for the destiny I have. So I ran for something bigger, which was the SRC, and I got into that. So I've always been dedicated to lead. Outside of school, I've also been in like leadership positions and been to leadership conferences. Okay, so for example, like I said, I'm a CEO, so that's like a form of leadership. I own a brand and some other businesses. I went to like an academy for basketball. I was the captain of the team till when I graduated. Then I've been to a leadership conference, and for my platoon, I was also designated to be the leader of the platoon in the conference. So every now and then, like, people just look at me and they're like, okay, let this guy lead and let's follow.
If you are still watching this show in this moment, I want you guys to subscribe to this channel. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. It's very important. And more importantly, turn on post notification so that when I drop more videos like this, you guys are going to get notified. Sergeant, let's get back. Which hype man do you look up to in the industry?
I don't know if I can see like there's a specific hype man, but there are hype men that I enjoy watching. For example, my brother, my friend, Hypeman Yazee. I enjoy watching Yazee perform because he has very crazy energy and Yazee knows how to dance, you know. And then I also enjoy my early days of hyping. I used to watch Emmy, blaq and Voltage of Hype a lot. Voltage of Hype actually has like his own show stuff now, and that's something similar to what I want to do. So I wouldn't say I look up to them, but I like what they are doing, right? I think if there's anybody I would say I really look up to is my future self, because I know where I'm going and I'll get there.
Tell me about Yazee.
Yazee is a very crazy person. You know. He's my guy, you know. He's another phenomenal hype man. Yazee is somebody that, you know, he hustles. You know, someone like me now, I'm chill. Like I can go for an event and I want to hype, and it's not really like I don't want to fight for that position, but a lot of times I try to avoid embarrassment. But Yazee does not care. You get, he will go for what he wants and he will make sure that he gets it.
Yes.
And like I said, he can dance. So
let me see, he was snitching to me. What else does he do?
I don't know what else he does aside from hype, you know. We know they snitch on this side. Snitches get stitches. But aside from hype, I don't know. He's an accountant.
He's an accountant.
He's an accountant by degree.
Degree. Yazee or Emmy blaq?
Yazee, because there's something about when you say Yazee or Emmy blaq, as per who would I pick to share the stage with, or who would I pick to be around me? More Yazee because we're growing. Who is better?
Yes.
I can't say who is better. Or Yazee good, go on.
Okay.
But okay, let's just say because of like career length and exposure, let's say Emmy blaq. But I know if Yazee had like the same platform that Emmy has.
Pokoli or Emmy blaq?
It depends. On Poco is good, right? Poco is good. Poco has connection. Poco has dance moves. But Emmy blaq has produced like a lot of sounds and lyrics that we hype men use. Poco has also done that, right? So, but I go pick Poco. Pokoli, White Mafia. Do I dance? I can dance, but that's one thing I want to add to my bag as a hype man.
So, Sergeant, there's this thing we do on every show here at Industry Patterns, and it's called the Lock It or Lose It Challenge.
Okay.
I'm going to call 10 artists to you. Artists, hype men. And you're going to pick from your best to the least.
Let me just say that there's no list here. I probably rate everybody that you've called like mad.
Okay, it's top 10 by the way. Like, you still have other ones. So let's start. Ashake.
I like Ashake, but I feel like I prefer old Ashake, so I put him at 9.
Wow. Wizkid.
Big Wiz 5.
Emmy Blaq.
Emmy blaq 10.
Why?
I like Emmy Blaq, but I feel like the other people you mentioned that I already once put. Poco 3.
Davido.
1. I love Obi.
Okay, so you picked 1, 3, 5, 9, 10.
10, yeah.
Fireboy.
Ooh, 4. Bro, I love Fireboy. I listen to Fireboy a lot.
Odumodublvck.
2. I knew you were going to call Odumo. I love Odumo. Like, fun fact, Odumo came to Abu had a show and randomly gave me one of his caps.
Oh,
and bro, I have that thing till today. I love Odumodublvck. Like, I feel like I like that Davido is 1 and Odumo is 2 because 2 of them have like similar character traits that are similar with mine, and it's that they are selfless. So yeah, Odumo 2.
Who will you add to your list if you had to add someone?
To my list, I have 1, 2, 3. So who would I put at 4?
You picked 1, 2, 3.
I'll probably put like Yazee at 4 because we've been through a lot. I've picked 5. Who would I put at 6? I like Burna Boy. I like Burna Boy, so it's probably 6. 7 would probably be. I feel like I want to put a DJ on this list. So 7 would probably be Dope Caesar.
Dope Caesar.
Yeah, 7. And then 8 would be, like I said, I want to put another DJ. So 8 would be DJ Zenny.
I think that's all.
Yeah.
All right, so Sergeant, there's this thing about hype men being misogynistic in hyping, and I want you to talk to us and shed more light about that. Do you think hype men are actually misogynistic in what they do?
To be honest, I feel like there are certain misogynistic things we say. But at the same time, you come to realize I will not completely call myself out. Okay. There are some I use, the ones that I feel like are not extreme on the women or the men, you know. So, but at the same time, you realize that a good number of those misogynistic things that they say, the women end up vibing to it, right? It's the same way when Odumodu brought out, if she know, who go pay for a wig and handbag. Most women were dissing him when the song came out. But then if Odumo goes to a party and he performs that song, they will shout now. Do you get? So, but personally, I feel like I try not to be misogynistic with my hype. I feel like there's better and other ways to vibe than to like probably say certain stuff about, you know, genders and all of that. So
along the line, while hyping, what's one problem you faced? That's you, and give one advice that you have to tell people that are just coming into the hype industry.
Problem I face is, and I understand, sometimes you go for events and there are already hype men there. But to be honest, the hype men space in Nigeria right now is very saturated. So there's a lot of quote and unquote good and bad hype men. So sometimes you go for events and you know, oh, you're better than this hype man. You can literally see the guy struggling to hype. And then you'll be like, okay, you want to hype, and they'll be like, no. So that's one.
Okay.
And 2, personally, like I said, I'm a shy person, so I'm really working on that. But if I advise anybody coming into this industry, please know what you are doing. Because like I said, the industry is very saturated. So know what you're doing, be talented and be different. Figure out what makes you different. If it's going to be your swag, if it's going to be your bars, if it's going to be you can dance, if it's going to be your aura, just be different. I know a hype man now that people like just because he's fat. It's not really like he's that good.
Call him
and he's not bad. I'm not calling him out, but he's not bad though. Don't get me wrong. But a lot of people just like him because like, oh, this guy is big and he.
So that's
bro, like I'm fast to like, yeah, I'm in the gym, summer body loading.
yeah, no.
So yeah,
Okay.
just be good at something.
Where do you see yourself in like 6 years from now?
Guy,
See yourself doing?
O2 Arena. I'm coming.
Do you think Hypemen will shut down arenas?
Bro, I may not have to shut down the arena as my show. I can open for an artist. But still, it's not wrong to dream that big. Serge D Vibe in O2 Arena.
Okay, so you guys, we've come to the end of this episode, and one last thing I would do to Sergeant is going to give us a 1 minute hype. And you guys get
Bro, I just said I'm shy. These people are trying to make me hide. Oh yeah, now.
this guy actually like just get ready. No, wait. Just get ready for this one. But before we get to that, please, you guys make sure you do well to subscribe to this channel. Very important. Turn on post notifications so that when we drop more videos like this, you guys are going to get notified. Serge D Vibe, are you ready?
Let's vibe now.
Okay, take over.
Ladies and gentlemen, they call me the General of Vibes, Commander of the Atmosphere. I go by the name Super Hypeman Serge D Vibe.
Okay.
Listen up. For this 2026, we go touch 6 figures. For this 2026, we go touch 6 figures. Oh yeah, give me the move, give me the vibe, give me the move, give me the vibe. We go unlock the vibe with Serge D Vibe. Unlock the vibe with Serge D Vibe. Say, leave wahala for who get wahala. Leave problem for who get problem. Leave wahala for who get wahala. Leave problem for who get problem. I say, you fit dey UK, make you know dey okay. Oh yeah, ask Uche, instead the OOP. Listen up, you fit dey US, make you still dey useless. You fit dey Naija, make dem dey carry your money ja na skra. Carry the money ja. Say, drink action bitter, carry one baby. Listen up. For this industry patterns, we just dey follow patterns. For this industry pattern, we just dey follow patterns. Oh yeah, now pattern am up. We dey pattern am up. We dey pattern am up. Ladies and gentlemen, that's my time. Remember the name Super Hypeman Sergent, the Vibe, the General of Command, the General of Vibes, and Commander of the Atmosphere. I'll see you guys later.
God, thank you.
Thank you.
Top boy.